welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I want to discuss addictive perfumes that I have recently been wearing a lot, and just perfumes that make me want to smell them again and again. And if this is something that you're into, then stay tuned. And I would like to start with daytime fragrances, and then we're gonna transfer into more evening and date night type of fragrances. And let me start with Se Soir by BDK. And this is a pretty unique take on fruity floral profile. So it smells quite spicy in the opening. There's black pepper, there's ginger, so there's definitely this spicy kick, which personally I really enjoy because it kind of mixes super well with the fruitiness. And as it starts to dry down, you get quince and you get jasmine and other florals, and it smells just addictive. Like, it just smells good. It smells like spiced fruits and florals, and it just smells unique and addictive, at least to me. And in the dry down, you do get patchouli, and this is patchouli very well done, and patchouli that play their role super well because they add like deepness, more mysterious kind of accords to this scent. Without patchouli, it might have been a bit too simple, but patchouli really does add the needed, deepness to this scent. And so I think if you like fruity florals with like a kick, with something more unique and interesting, then definitely give Se Soir a chance. And next, we're gonna discuss Quatro Pizzi, and this is one of my favorite fragrances from Casamorati line because it's so addictive. Like, this is definitely a summer perfume for me. It's like a summery tuberose, and it also has spicy notes. There's davana, there's a rum, so it's kind of boozy even, and then there's pink pepper. So definitely there's enough spiciness in this fragrance for sure, especially in the opening. But as this fragrance starts to dry down, you get the most delicious tuberose and coconut. Like, it's very creamy, very delicious. If you like tuberose, if you like coconut, you gotta give Quattro Pizzi a chance because it smells amazing. And also there's a note of hay. I don't really pick up on that note here. It just kind of adds like a twist, I guess, a little bit of greenness, but it's not super prominent, so definitely do not be afraid of hay here. And also do not be afraid of tobacco, because tobacco is also not very prominent. I would say that tuberose and coconut are the most prominent, with some spiciness, that's coming from pepper and from ginger. And I actually received a compliment on this fragrance. It was from my friend, and she told me that I smell like a coconut. So that's a nice compliment, and that tells you what other people smell. So she prominently smelled coconut, she didn't even smell tuberose. And that's why I think it's a very good fragrance for the summer. And next, I would like to discuss new fragrance, Impadia, and I have recently discussed it on my channel, but I really wanted to include it in this video as well because since I got it, I just want to wear it non-stop, and it partially is probably because it's new for me, but also because it has a very addictive scent profile that you can definitely wear during the daytime. So to me, so in the last review that I gave on this fragrance, I told you guys that it smells like a baby between Delina, Exclusive, and Guidance. And I kind of think it's actually a baby between Delina Exclusive, and Guidance. So these three perfume combined give you Impadia. And I think it's a mix of Delinas because it has this sourness and tartness and like juiciness of the original Delina, and then it also has like deepness and richness and powderiness of Delina Exclusive. So it's definitely more Delina like in the opening. Like, you get lots of rose, you get citrusiness, you get powderiness, and as the fragrance starts to dry down, you get that creamy mix of vanilla and akigala wood. Like, it becomes very creamy, and the dry down is probably my favorite part of it. It just smells delicious and addictive, and that's what reminds me of Guidance. It just really more simplistic take on Guidance, I would say. And also I do smell some kind of nuttiness here, even though the nuts are not listed. Maybe it's my brain playing tricks on me because there are nuts in the original Guidance, and my brain wants me to kind of smell nuts here as well, but there are no nuts listed. But it does smell like kind of nutty and vanillic and woody and creamy. Overall, I think this is a very good scent. It's going to be probably a hit, a crowd-pleasing scent, and everybody will like it because it takes all the good parts from Delinas and Guidance, and it just packages them in more accessible and easy to understand fragrance, and you get Impadia. So overall, I'm really pleased with the scent, and it definitely can be somebody's signature if you want and if you like rose scents. And next fragrance is Narcotic Delight by Initio, and this is probably my favorite fragrance from Initio. I really want to have full bottle one day. And this, you know, I have an interesting story with this fragrance because I first tried it in a store and I sprayed a couple sprays on my wrist, and I was almost like repulsed by this fragrance because it was very sweet, it was very, very intense, and I was kind of shocked by the intenseness of it. But the more I wore it, the more I realized how addictive and how beautiful this fragrance is. And I got a decant, and I just, you know, I kind of save it for kind of special occasions, for occasions when I want to smell very addictive and irresistible. And I think that's a really good description of this fragrance. Is addictive and irresistible. It mixes all the kind of intoxicating notes. You get the booziness, there's cognac, so the booziness comes from the cognac, and then you get cherry. Overall, I think consider this very kind of sexy and sensual type of note. And then you have Hidione, and Hidione is a molecule that's supposed to smell like jasmine, and it's also supposed to smell kind of like addictive, and it kind of does honestly smell a bit addictive here. And then you also get tobacco, you get woods, and you get vanilla. I think it's a really beautiful combination if you like more kind of darker, mysterious, but still very sweet and still very feminine scents. Then try Narcotic Delight, and do not be afraid of its kind of intensity in the opening, because I think like the more chances you give it, the more you're gonna like it, you know, if this is your scent profile. But definitely test it before you buy. Not to say blind buy in any world, because it's very intense and it might be polarizing for some people, but I really love it. And last fragrance I want to discuss is El Padrino. This is also a new fragrance, and also I have recently discussed it on my channel, but I wanted to speak about it again in this video because to me it's like a definition of addictive fragrance. Because every time I wear it, every time I spray it on myself, I kind of want to smell my wrist again and again, and I kind of try to catch whiffs of this fragrance in the air because it's addictive. It's the fragrance that makes you want more. And I feel like that's what makes fragrance super addictive, like when you just cannot have enough of it. And so this fragrance is like a boozy, deep, ambery, slightly balsamic scent. It opens up with amaretto and rum and a little bit of blackcurrant. Like you get lots of booziness in the opening, but you also get some touch of fruitiness that's coming from blackcurrant. But it's just a touch, you know, it's mostly very boozy. And as it dries down, you do get patchouli, and patchouli also play their role super well here because they add like some kind of deep and more mysterious and more, I don't know, green accord. Like it just plays here super well. I feel like without patchouli, this fragrance would be incomplete. Even though it's a polarizing note, I feel like here it's done super well. And in the dry down, you do get that vanilla, you get amber, you get the balsamic kind of more resinous type of notes. So you have to like those deeper, darker, richer type of scents. And if you do, definitely give this one a chance, you know, because it's very irresistible as well. And this fragrance is perfectly unisex, would be really beautiful on both men and women. Also, it's like I've said in my previous review, it's good for evening, for any season, but definitely for the evening, because it's just the type of scent profile that you don't really want to wear in the afternoon or in the morning. It's just not the right type of mood for it, in my opinion. But of course, wear what you like, and if you want to wear it first thing in the morning, please do it. Do whatever makes you the most happy. And so I really hope that you liked this video and that you enjoyed my choice of fragrances. And please share in the comments, what are your most addictive fragrances? What are the fragrances that you could not have enough of and you would just want more and more of? Please let me know, and I'll be really waiting, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!